We spend so much of our lives chasing our own tails, chasing goals, chasing a better feeling. We chase after things like happiness, security, and fulfillment. We strive, we struggle, we contort ourselves into all sorts of shapes to get what we think we need, what our thoughts tell us that we want. But what if the answer isn't out there? What if it's all been within us all along? Perhaps true fulfillment comes from a place of compassion, not a sentimental, fleeting feeling, but a deep understanding of the human experience. Perhaps a shared recognition of our suffering. And when we open our hearts to compassion, we open ourselves to the truth of our existence. A vast ocean. The surface is tossed by waves of emotions: anger, fear, jealousy. These are the things that normally grab our attention, but beneath the surface, there's a deep stillness, an unshakable calm. That calmness is compassion. It's the part of us that can observe the waves without being swept away by them. To cultivate compassion isn't about ignoring what seems to be our problems. It's about seeing these difficulties clearly, without judgment, and resting. It's about understanding that suffering may seem to be part of the human condition initially, yet we all experience a sense of loss, a sense of disappointment, some experience of pain. We all yearn for love and connection. And when we look at what these struggles seem to be and how they're reflected in others, a sense of connection begins to arise. We realize that we are not alone in this crazy dance of life, that this connection is the foundation of compassion. It begins to allow us to step outside of our own egos and identities and begin to see the world through another's eyes, to begin to feel this moment together in a deeper sense of connection. Maybe there's someone in our lives that we find difficult. Maybe there's someone who's critical or judgmental or perhaps unkind. Yet if we settle into feeling them and experiencing their life experiences, we begin to see that something is shared. What hurts have they endured? What losses have they suffered? By considering their perspective, you might not condone their actions, but you will begin to understand them. Compassion doesn't mean weakness. It takes strength to open our heart to the pain of the world, but it's a strength that brings peace and not conflict. It's a strength that allows us to navigate the world with greater kindness and understanding. As we develop our capacity for compassion, we find that the world softens around us. We begin to feel less reactive to negativity. Patience naturally arises with ourselves and others. We start to see this world as a place of shared experiences, where suffering and joy are intertwined. Compassion isn't a destination. It's not an object, it's a journey, an ongoing investigation. It's a continuous practice of opening our hearts to the world And as we walk this path, we begin to discover a depth of peace and connection that we never knew had existed before.